Splendid. Okay. All right. So, welcome to Thursday. On, I want to say Tuesday. Did you see that full moon that we had? Which explains a lot of crazy things that were going on. I think it was Tuesday into Wednesday. I was driving on one of the highways in New Jersey. I was on my way to teach a class, and there was this 18-wheeler driving alongside of me. And all of a sudden, I guess, after it had snowed for a little bit, there was ice that accumulated on the top of the trailer, and they didn't clean it off. So I'm flying, he's flying, and all of a sudden I see this enormous chunk of ice come off of the back of his truck, followed by 4 other huge chunks spiraling maybe 20 feet in the air and coming right towards my windshield. And for that one split second, I was just like, holy crap, holding on to the wheel. Like, do I veer off to the side? I can't hit the brakes because there's somebody behind me. So there were all these thoughts coming through my head, and the only choice that I had was just to hit it head on. So I kind of braced for impact, hung onto the wheel, kept going, and sure enough, every single one of those chunks of ice hit my car, and I was just praying, please don't let the windshield crack. And it didn't, thank God. But it made me think, like, of all of the choices that we have, sometimes we have to face our problems head on, no matter what. There is no veering off. There is no hitting the brakes. There is no stopping. We just have to plug right on through. So sometimes we do, and we come out the other end no matter what, and a lot of times unscathed. So all of the fears and the reasons to hesitate and the worries that we have beforehand, when we see this obstacle in front of us, we panic, we worry, we stress for nothing. Or as we do it, we're just kind of bearing down, finding all of the strength we can muster, and we push on through, only to come out the other side completely relieved. That, 1, that it's over, and 2, that we see the light of day. So my car was fine, I was fine. And then sure enough, then I decided, okay, I'm gonna slow down and let that truck just carry on. And sure enough, there were ice pieces flying. It was like a storm of ice, and it was coming onto oncoming traffic. And then I was watching the other cars, the other drivers react. And some of them were curving out of the way. By the time I got there, the entire road was covered in ice. It was really incredible. And I know it's against the law, but it got me thinking, and it brought me to a Dharma topic. So it worked out. Win-win. So let's close the eyes. Turn your palms to face up. And then take a full breath in through your nose. Open your mouth and let it go. Just think of the last time you had an obstacle that was coming head on, and you had no choice. So just keep moving forward, bracing for impact, hoping for the best, and then coming out the other side. We are braver and stronger and more resilient than we give ourselves credit for. And dip your chin down to the center of your chest. Start to sway your head from side to side, bringing some little bit of initial movement and momentum to see where we're starting from, the neck and shoulders. And then add a few more body parts here. Start to move around a little bit. Notice areas of tension. If you're tight, if you're restricted. Breathe into those areas. Take your time as you move. Start to let go. Find a little bit of softness in the body. You might even slouch forward. Round in the spine, let your head hang. Make our way back up, sitting tall. Take breath in, float the arms up overhead, interlace your fingers, draw your knuckles up. And let your sit bones reach down, round down into the mat, to the floor. Draw the arms back past the ears. Lift the chest, draw the navel to the spine, lift the ribs, drop your head back. Just hold here for a moment, taking all the space, finding the length. Breathe in. And on the breath out, let's float a prayer down to the center of the heart. Thumbs towards the sternum. One cleansing breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Like that sigh of relief when we come out the other side. And let's breathe in for Om. Open your arms. Namaste. All right. Let's take it to the mat. We'll start in, come to a down dog, just pedal out the legs. Find that when we sit, it's good to move, and we got to move that upper body, so we'll just move the lower. Start your playlist, whatever music you're listening to. Sun's back out. We had our little mini blizzard this morning, all good. Start to sway from side to side, keeping the heels down. It's really lengthen through the backs of the legs, the Achilles and hamstrings. Head comes in between the arms, and we can start to shift a little bit more, engaging through the obliques, the whole time keeping the heels down. Ooh, then take it into the shoulders, so sway a little extra to the side, maybe flex up palms and fingertips and leave the floor. Press down through the base of the palm as you're swinging the hips, almost as if you want your forearms to drop down to the floor. And then come back through center, lift the heels high, bend your knees. Tuck your chin way into your chest, lift your heels as high as you can, almost as if you're going to roll over the toes. We can take a little bit of a bounce here. Nice. So we're plugging into the tips of the fingers, protecting the wrists. Lift your gaze, come through plank. Breath in and spiral the creases of the elbows to face the front of the mat. Adjust the hands here. You might even lift them up off the floor. And let's protract the shoulders. So we'll concave, hollow out through the upper body and the front, the chest. They get broad across the back. And then we'll come to retract the shoulder blades, draw them back towards one another. Now, not allowing the pelvis to sink down towards the floor. You might even bring your knees down for a little extra support. Draw your shoulder blades back towards one another. We're not sinking here, we're engaging through the back, and then find that protraction, push away. Engage through the core, navel to spine, maybe even float the feet up. It'll be a little bit more challenging. And then come forward, stay engaged, pull the shoulder blades towards one another. And then protract one last time, tuck your toes, we'll take this to plank. Lower the knees. Child's pose, high up onto the fingertips. Again, keeping the length through the arms. Sway the hands forward, crawl the fingertips towards the front edge of your mat, and drop your head down. Maybe your seat just hovers over your heels, maybe it comes all the way down. We're staying plugged into the fingertips as opposed to dropping down in the palms. We can continue the movement, the motion of coming forward. Finding a little bit more space, a little more stretch. Slide your left fingertips back towards your knee, and twist over towards the left side of it. Try to bring a little extra attention to the shoulders lately. Where you hold that tension, you can sway the ribs across the thighs. A little pendulum rocking right to left. Then let your left hand meet your right. Take a breath here. And when you're ready for the other side, crawl the left fingertips forward, right fingertips come back towards the knee. And then we can sway here. Walk the right hand forward to meet the left, drop your forehead down to the mat. Then we'll slide the fingertips back, rolling up to sit on the heels. Roll the shoulders back. Reach your fingertips towards the back edge of the mat. And then bend the elbows, leaning into the arms. We'll get a little bounce here. Find a retraction through the shoulder blades. Puff your chest up towards the ceiling. Maybe drop your hip back. So the elbows and the triceps are reaching towards one another. And then take your time. When you feel ready, lift your hips up off your heels. We'll come to a little baby camel. Oh, make it more about the chest. You can sway this from side to side. And then we'll lower back down. And bring your hands forward. We'll tuck the toes. Stretch out the feet balls of the feet, toes. Coming forward with the knees. So the heels are high. You have a lot of weight in the arms here. And then we'll sit on the heels. Draw them down towards the floor. Just separate the knees as much as you need to so the shoulders come in between and the heels might come down to the floor. So you're still hanging on with your hands, especially if you feel as if you're going to fall backwards. Curl your fingertips a little farther forward. And then squeeze the shoulders with the inner thighs and the knees. Press into your hands, we'll straighten the legs for a forward fold. Heel toe your feet as wide as the mat and sway the hips from side to side. And you can lift the heels, come up onto the toes. We're just gonna add a little massage to the forearms that I totally stole from a teacher in Germany from Instagram. So we'll come to Malasana. Just take a little bounce here, taking the knees wide, loosen through the hips. Nice. And then you determine how wide the feet go. Wrap your right arm around the back of the right leg. So the elbow will be behind the back of the knee. And then we'll do the same thing with the left arm. And then from here, we'll come down into our squat and we'll sway this from side to side. Yeah. So the amount of compression is up to you, what feels good. Notice the more compressed it is, the fingers will start to close on their own as we hit those nerves. Yeah. Isn't this lovely? We can hold here and just start to roll the wrists with a little bit of compression. Nice. Movements, take your time. Wrap the fingers in a fist and then flare them out. Nice. Let's relieve the pressure here. Take the arms out. Come to a forward fold. We can sway from side to side. If you prefer to grab the elbows, allowing the forearms to come a little closer to the floor. And reach your fingertips forward. We'll come into a down dog shape with wide feet. Tuck your chin into your chest. Roll the shoulders here. We'll walk the hands forward, feet are wide. Let's lift the heels and we'll come to plank pose. I'm gonna lower everything down with the legs wide. Curl your hamstrings, catch hold of your feet or your ankles, drop your third eye, your forehead down towards the mat. We're gonna take this nice little quad stretch. You wanna make it a little extra, take the heels out towards the hips a bit more. You have that space. And retract through the shoulder blades. Let's open up the hamstrings, kick your feet into your hands, pull the shoulders away from your ears. So your thighs are down, forehead is still down. Release the toes, feet stay wide. We'll come to Bhujangasana, over on the fingertips. Project out through the tips of the toes, drop your shoulders. Exhale, come on down. Bring your feet together to touch. We'll come back into cobra on the breath in. Take your time. Breath out, release. Tuck the toes, plank pose. Downward facing dog. Nice. Full breath in. Open your mouth, let it go. Let's lift the right leg. And bend your knee, open the hip here, any movement you like to take. Straighten the leg, lift your left heel. Let's step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. So we're a little wide here. We can dip the left thigh down towards the mat. Take your gaze and your chest forward. Curl your left hamstring. Maybe push up onto the left fingertips so we get a little bit more height in the chest. And then stay on the fingertips. Drop the ball of the foot and we'll come to twist our lunge, lay back. And circle through that shoulder. As much movement in the joints and release here. Big or small, whatever feels good today. And then we'll step the left foot to the outside of the left hand, coming to a wide-legged fold. Soften your knees, climb your hands up your thighs, and we'll take cat-cow. Really exaggerate the movements here. Take up all the space, roll the shoulders. And we'll fold it down. Step back, plank pose. Knees, chest, chin. Hug the elbows in towards the ribs. Use the balls of the feet. Slide it forward. Bhujangasana. Hug the elbows in towards the ribs. On the breath out, lower yourself down. Stay right here. I'm going to come to an up dog from here. Just slide the feet forward. Chest comes in between the arms. Take your time. And then tip your right ear to your right shoulder. Pressing down to the tips of the fingers. Come to center and take the other side. And then we're back in the middle. Take your time. Plank on tops of the feet. Down dog on the tops of the toes. So it's a slow lift. And then roll over the toes immediately. Let's roll those wrists. And we do that slow motion lift. Give the wrist a little stretch here. And lift your left leg. Bend your knee. Yeah. And follow the instincts of your body. Just don't kick your furniture. And notice if you move the same, maybe you can find something a little different. Down dog split. And then we'll step to the outside of the left foot. Lower the right thigh, tent up onto your fingertips, lift your chest. Curl the hamstring. Notice the left knee. Notice if you're flailing out to the left side or rolling to the outer edge of the foot. Hug that knee back in towards your left arm. Lift your gaze, maybe drop your head back, flex or point your toes, do something with energy here. And then we'll come to twist or lunge. Release your right foot, float the left arm up. So be high on your right fingertips. Find a little extra space and let that arm float. Maybe there's a twist. Lovely. Left step forward, wide-legged fold, right foot to the outside of the right hand. Catch hold of the elbows, let the forearms just hang there. Maybe they're touching the floor, maybe they're an inch away. So we'll sway from side to side, walking the ribs down the thighs towards the knees. Now, if you're lifting your head, it's going to be a lot more difficult to bring the forearms down to the floor. So drop the crown of the head and take the gaze between the feet. Then you can lean into the balls of the feet. You're pressing into the toes. Forearms will come down. And maybe tuck your chin into your chest. Start to slide the forearms forward a little bit so you feel the shoulders a little bit more. And press up onto the fingertips. Let's come up halfway. Breathe in. Come forward to fold. Breath out. Plant your hands. Lift the heels. Lift your hips. So right now the elbows are slightly bent. We're leaning so far forward. We might even have the elbows on the shins or the ankles. And then we'll straighten the arms, lifting the hips a little bit more, finding a little bit more of a compressed fold. Either heel toe your feet or float your feet together. And we'll come to chair pose, Utkatasana. Interlace your fingers. Draw the arms back past your ears. Lift your chin. Let's rise all the way to stand. Keep drawing the arms back behind you. And then release the thumbs. Bring the thumbs down to touch the center of the shoulder blades. Chin up. Let the elbows go wide. So you can even support the back of the head here with the base of the palms. Give a little extra lift. Back of the neck. Lift your chin. And then we'll release the arms to a cactus and then we'll wing them all the way back. Open the heart. Breath in, Urdhva Hastasana. Breath out, forward fold, Uttanasana. Come halfway up on the breath in. Breath out, step back, float back, Vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Big breath in. Big breath in. Now walk your hands halfway back to your feet. Lift your heels. Bring your feet together to touch. Your gaze is at your thumbs in between those hands. Just lean forward and then drop your heels back. So we're lifting up onto the tips of the toes. Hips are coming higher. The weight is coming forward into the arms and then lower back. Now we'll add just a little bit of a hop here. And then bring it down. So take your time, feet are together, nice, no big rush. So when the feet land on the floor, you stop the momentum, beautiful, it's with control. So one more time. Nice, walk your hands forward, we're back in a down dog. Same idea, lift your heels, soften your knees, take your gaze forward, hips over the shoulders, walk or float your way to the top of the mat. Breath in, breath out, full fold. Urdhva Hastasana, rise to stand, high prayer above your head, stay rooted in the feet. Exhale, forward fold into Uttanasana. Lengthen breath in, breath out, your vinyasa, step or float back. Full breath in, flutter out your lips on the breath out. And then walk your feet slightly forward so that the heels are flat. So we're not coming too far up. So it's still an effort to bring the heels reach down towards the floor. But we can lift the toes if we wanted to. Cool. Now press into your feet, press into your right hand. Let's lift the left arm, lift the chest, take breath in, almost as if you're going to shake someone's hand with your left hand. Your thumb is up, your pinky's down. And then notice that the hips are swaying over to the right. Keep them centered. Big breath in here. And then we'll reach for the right calf on the breath out. Draw yourself underneath your right arm. Now from here, sway the hips to the left as the torso turns to the right. Your head is underneath your right arm. And then we'll release again, reach your left hand forward. Left heel stays down. Float your right foot up. So the foot and the hand will stay level. Don't lift your foot up off to the ceiling unless that left arm is going with it. Maybe we come higher, but we try to stay even. Keep flexing out through your right heel and reaching out through the left fingertips. Left fingertips come down. Let's step forward, low lunge, Anjane. Keep your fingertips on the mat. Take breath in, lift the chest. So we can lean a little bit more into the right foot. So we can curl the left hamstring. Point your toes, bring your heel all the way into your butt, but keep lifting the chest, scissor the inner thighs. Right knee is staying in the center of your mat. And we'll step this back. Runner's lunge, Ardha Manasana, half split. Pull the hips back. We can sway this from side to side. And reach your right hand forward. We'll come right into Ardha Chandrasana. Take your time. Nice. Now, if you have the balance, take your eyeballs up and look at your left hand. Just make sure that your right toes are pointing straight ahead. All the other joints will track. So we're going to step this back down to a runner's lunge, Ardha Manasana. So close off the hip, reach towards the back edge of the mat and shift the weight back into the left foot. Let's turn to the left, parallel the toes, wide-legged forward fold. Lower your left forearm. Wrap your right arm around your right calf and we can fold over the right leg. Lift up your head. And reach your right hand up towards the ceiling. So we're folded over the leg. We're pressing away from the floor with the left arm, reaching a little higher with the right. We'll sweep the right arm across the left and we'll take it to the other side. So the right forearm will come down. We'll grab hold of the left calf. Bring the chest down, head down. Maybe the nose comes in towards the calf. And then lift the left arm. Push out of the right arm. So you feel that movement, that lengthening of the shoulder. And we'll float this back to center. Come on to the tips of the fingers. Turn the toes out and the heels in, and we'll sway this from side to side. Skandasana. It's lower as high as feels comfortable. Yeah. And let's come back to center. Keeping the chest down, turn the toes out and the heels in, goddess the legs. So goddess meets malasana. We'll drop the hips a little lower. So you can even bring your triceps to meet the hamstrings. So you have a little support here on the arms, almost as if we're going to play with Tiki-Basana, but we're not. And then we'll release the forearms down to the floor. Continue to take the knees wide. You can even come onto the elbows and have your thumbs support your head. Take a little sway from side to side, feeling the quads maybe a little bit more. And then we'll cactus the arms. Ooh, so we have a really low, deep goddess. Nice. Watch your butt. That's not popping back and you're leaning forward. Get them underneath. Yes. Let's rise all the way up. Flying warrior. Take your time. There's your breath in. Look up, see your hands connect in a prayer. Spin your right toes. Warrior 2 to the front of your mat. Peaceful warrior as you inhale. And turn your gaze and look down at your left foot. So we feel a little bit more on the side as opposed to the back. And then you can watch your left fingers as you slide a little closer to the ankle. We're lifting up to lay back. You can even take your left hand right into the waist to give it a little extra lift here so there's no collapse. And we'll come to side angle. Fingertips can come to the floor, forearm to the thigh. Yes. Bring your left hand to your heart for a half prayer. We'll come down to Skandasana. Keep your right arm where it is. And just take a peek at the left foot. Dip all the way down. You might even touch the mat. Triangle pose from here. We extend right back up. Strong legs and arms. Let's float this up to reverse. Shifting the pelvis forward. Breath in. Reach the arm up and back. Warrior 2. High lunge. Just spiral the arm or heel. Adjust the right foot. Maybe it walks back over to the right side a little bit. Draw the arms back past the ears. Let's interlace the fingers. So we get that lift and that roll backwards. Drop the left thigh coming into Anjane. Untuck the toes. Wing the arms back behind you and we'll reconnect and then interlace the hamstring. Good. Let's breathe in. You can slide down the hamstring, maybe touch the back of the knee the whole time. Shoulder blades are reaching towards one another. So we have some lift here. Chest is going up, so we're not crunching in the low back. Drop the head back if that feels okay. Now from here, we'll fold the chest over the right thigh. Take your time, keep the arms engaged. They're going to help you balance. Tuck the back toes. We'll come right into a pyramid from here. A little hop in with the left foot. We're already folded over the right leg. And once you have your balance, breath in, reach the knuckles up towards the ceiling. Breath out, roll the arms overhead. Swing your hands forward to frame your right foot. We'll take this back into a half split. A little bounce here. Then we'll kick the left leg through the arms, coming to a skater pose. So the fingertips will stay down on the floor. Lift the chest. Now the heel can come down, but push into the fingertips so we have a long neck, space in between the shoulders and the ears. You might feel the quad a little bit. Now let's lift that up with a straight leg, and we'll kick over towards the right side. Or just bend the right knee a little bit, fingertips stay down on the floor, just enough to feel that IT bend, and the left leg is on its own, we're not grabbing it. And then we come back through center. Now kick the leg over towards the left, reach your left hand towards the back edge of the mat for a little extra support here. And then we can lower the hips, lift the chest. So you can pretty much sit on the back of the left forearm. Straight legs, standing split, left hand stays where it is. Bring the right hand forward. So now we have all that space to find the balance. Chair pose, Utkatasana, left foot meets right. Take the arms up overhead, interlace your fingers. Draw the arms back. Breath in, we rise to stand, cactus the arms, wing them back. Option, support the low back here, find the back bend. So we're lifting up, fingertips slide down. You can lay back, draw the shoulder blades and the elbows towards one another. You're laying right, your palms rolling over the wrists. Pelvis slightly shifts forward. Take your time, Urdhva Hastasana, high here. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Breath in, prepare. Breath out, step or float back, Vinyasa. Breathe here. Shake your head, pedal out the legs. Any movement you want to take, find release. Take a breath in, open your mouth, side out. Heels are down, toes are lifted. And then lower the toes, press into the hands to lift your gaze, your chest, reach your right arm forward. Thumb is up, pinky's down. Maybe we get the arm in line with the ear. Breath in, lift the chest a little bit more. Find some space before we twist and bind. Catch hold of the left calf. Exhale, bring yourself through. So shift over to the right as you're twisting to the left. Yes. And then we'll release the twist. Reach your right hand forward. Now the left foot is coming up off the floor. Right heel stays down. Keep lifting the arm so that it's level with the leg. And you choose to go high or low, whatever feels right here. Toes are pointing down towards the mat. Right fingertips come down, step forward, low lunge. Breath in, we lift the chest, curl the hamstring. Feet forward a little bit more. Bring that heel a little closer. Nice. And then we'll come to Ardha Hanumanasana. Little prep, little bounce. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon, reach the left hand forward. So it's a controlled lift. We're not propelling ourselves, going flying forward. And lay back. Reach up with the right arm. Strong flex on the right foot. Maybe press a little higher on the left fingertips. Get a little lighter. And we'll bring that back down. Float the weight back into the right foot, straighten the left leg. Turn to your right, wide-legged forward fold. Right forearm comes down to the mat. Let's lift the left arm up without folding over the left leg. And press up onto your right fingertips. We'll find some extra space here. Lengthening the spine, reach your left arm around your back. Then you can take the back of the hand to your right hip bone and adjust. If you're leaning a little too far over to one side, draw your right shoulder over towards your right leg. And then float the left arm up. We'll cross the left arm in front of the right. Crawl your fingertips towards your toes, and we'll lower the forearms close to the mat. So instead of being crossed with the elbows or the forearms, we're crossed up into the biceps, maybe the shoulders. And then we'll release the right arm, lift it up towards the ceiling. Press into the left fingertips, find your twist and all the space you need here. Wrap your right arm around your back. Yeah. And then hike up that hip. Sway the shoulder over towards the left leg. So you're still spiraling, laying back, stacking your right shoulder. And then release the right arm across the front of the left. So we'll do that same thing here. We start with the forearms, the elbows. Keep crawling the fingers, and don't worry about touching your feet. Don't bring your feet any closer towards one another. They're fine where they are. And then the forearms will come down. Just be aware of your throat. Make sure you can breathe here. You can even tuck your chin behind your right bicep. And then we'll float the fingertips underneath the shoulders. Let's goddess the legs. Drop the hips a little bit more. The chest is lifted. Take the elbows to the thighs. Fingertips are pointing up towards the ceiling. All good stuff here. Flying warrior breath in. Warrior 2 breath out. Peace. Turn your gaze to your right foot. Slide the right hand. Lift the left arm. So maybe the left knee bends a little bit more. Feel the ribs on the left side lift a little higher. Extended signing. Come to a half prayer with the right hand, Skandasana, flex your right toes up. Let's dip on down, keeping that left arm to support the left leg. Hip stays open. Triangle. Reaching up with the right hand. Rise up to reverse. Warrior 2. Now notice your stance. If it's really wide in the triangle and we need to adjust the heel, do that. So your ankle's underneath your knee. Let's come to a high lunge. Swing the arm. Breath in. Interlace your fingers. Draw the arms back past the ears and we'll lower the right thigh coming into arms and neck. Untuck the toes. Practice the arms so we're opening the chest the whole time here as we reconnect the hands at the bottom. Breath in, we lift the pinkies up towards the ceiling. It's almost as if you want to bypass that hamstring. And then aim the knuckles towards the back of the knee. Take your time, fold your chest over your left thigh as you shift the weight forward. You can tuck the right toes. A little hop in pyramid pose. So your right toes are pointing towards 2 o'clock. You're drawing the left hip back, and your gaze is your right foot. And notice if you feel crunched up in the shoulders. Take an extra breath, lift the knuckles straight up. Then find a rotation through the shoulder joint, bring the arms overhead. We'll release the grip. Half split or Ardha Hanumanasana. Take your right foot through, coming to Skeeter. And if you need to bring your hands back a little bit, do that. So you can lift the chest. Right leg is up, strong quad. Right leg meets the left, little extra support here. And then with a straight leg, we'll lift up. Take your right foot over towards the left side. So we're crossing behind the left leg. We're not touching the floor with the toes. So you might even be an inch from the floor. It's all good. And then come back up through center. Kick your right foot over to the right side as you reach your right hand back. We have a little extra support here. And sit at the back of the arm. Lift your chest. Standing split. Walk your left hand a little farther forward. Right hand stays back. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Interlace your fingers, draw the arms back or lift all the way. Find the back bend, maybe the arms stay where they are for many years. Pelvis comes forward. Take your time. Come back through center, forward fold into Uttanasana. Breath in, prepare, breath out, step the foot back, and yes. Walk your hands halfway back to your feet. This time walk your feet a little closer to your hands. So pretty close here. Lift your heels, soften your knees, spread the fingers wide. Eyeballs are up the thumbs. You can even look kind of in between your hands and your feet straight down at the mat. So your head is different from your eyeballs. Remember that. You don't need to lift your head to lift your eyes. So we don't want that head coming forward. Take a couple of hops here. Bend the knees. Hips over heels. Hips under heels. Hips over shoulders. And then push it up and just hang out in the top. See what that feels like here. So you don't always have to shoot the legs straight up into the ceiling. Once you get the hips over the shoulders, play around with that. Then push the floor away from you. Yeah, get a little bit more broad and round in the upper back. That's it, protraction. So we did that in the beginning of class, so you know the difference. Yes, navel to spine. So just think about the hips going up, you're not coming forward. One more time. Nice. Down dog. So from your dog, we'll just stretch out the wrists a little bit. Take the back of your left hand to the mat. You can bring it back as far as you need to. Just the right amount of stretch without pain. And then take it to the other side. Play around with it. Start fairly close to the right foot and then keep walking it forward. And we'll come back to our dog. Shake the head, full breath in, side out. Heels down, toes up. Drop your toes, lift your left hand. Big breath in. Breath out, we twist, catching hold, maybe at the ankle this time instead of the calf, maybe a little closer to the heel. And take your gaze up towards the ceiling. We'll release, reach your left hand forward, lift your right leg, any amount, as long as it's even with that left arm. And maybe we can reach back and catch hold of the foot. So we've done this with a smaller stance. Now you're a little wider here. Kick your foot into your hands. We want that weight to be even between your right hand and your left foot. Keep kicking your right foot back so you can lift the chest. Allow your fingertips to come down to the mat. Step forward, low lunge. Breath in, curl the hamstring. Breath out, take it back, runner stretch, Ardha Manasana. Ardha Chandrasana. Beautiful. Let's float this back, half split, take your time. Shift the weight back, straighten the right leg. Pivot to your left, wide-legged forward fold. Stay high on your left fingertips. We'll twist, lifting the right arm up, maybe lay it back a little bit more. We'll keep this moving. We'll float with the breath. When you're ready to move, you will. Right hand to left foot, breath in, we lift, we go back. And then come back through center. If you want to take an inversion here, headstand, forearm balance, handstand. Now is the time if you want to use that bed as a, yeah, your little wall there. Fantastic. Take your time. You're good. Come back onto your fingertips. Yeah, we'll lift halfway up and just tip the head from side to side. Maybe sway the hips from side to side. Let's goddess the legs, toes out, heels in. Let's get a little lower. Bring a prayer to your heart. Use the elbows or the triceps to take those thighs a little wider. Nice. Breath in, let's rise all the way up, high prayer. Breath out, warrior two to the front of the neck. Peace. Turn your head, look at your left foot, slide the hand. Maybe we float the hand up so the palms are reaching towards the rhythm. Extended sliding. We'll roll back through the left shoulder, wrap the left arm around your back for a half bind. Option for full bind. And then once you have that wrist, try to straighten the left arm. It's gorgeous. Lay back a little bit more. So you're gonna lift it. Yes. So you don't get trapped up in that right leg. Then take your gaze over your left shoulder or whatever's comfortable for your neck. And look down at your right foot. And we'll walk the left foot up to meet it. So you can take 3 steps. You can take 1. You can take 20. So you're just stepping back behind the heel so we can shift into bird of paradise. Take your time. Using the strength of the arms to help support the leg and open the hip. The eyeballs are going up. Once you're steady, you can extend through the right leg. Lengthen the spine. And then we'll reverse our steps with just as much control as we had coming forward. Right foot steps down, left foot steps back. As many steps as you need. Yeah. Prayer to your heart will release the body. Skandasana. Lengthens. We sit up for hot sucket. Yes. Flex the left toes. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Lengthen through the right leg. Reverse triangle. Breathe. Warrior two. High lunge. Interlace your fingers. Draw the arms back. Anjane, lower the left thigh. And then cactus the arms. Will curl the hamstring, catch hold of the ankle. Now draw your heel in. If you want a little bit more of a quad stretch. You can even lean into the right foot a little bit more, bring the chest forward. Or we can open this up for more of a back bend. Roll the shoulders back. Find that space in the shoulder so you have the ability to open a little bit more. We're not getting stuck. Then you can flex the left toes. Maybe they come down to the floor. And trust that the floor is there. And then we'll release, interlace your fingers. Come back into Anjane. Untuck the toes. And we'll come back to a back bend here. So feel the difference from when the hip is lifted and when it's released. The thigh is coming forward as opposed to being on the shin or the knee. Maybe the knuckles come down to the floor. Come forward to fold over the right thigh, tuck the back toes. Set yourself up for pyramid pose. Release your grip, lift halfway and swing your left arm forward. And add a twist here. So there's your breath in to make space. We're pulling away from the right thigh. So we can plant the left hand to the outside of the right foot. I have an option here. Maybe you can bring your right hand to your sacrum, push up. Maybe press up onto the fingertips at first to get that spiral. And then when you see the ceiling, lift the right arm up. Continue to draw your right hip back. You're lifting the chest. Take your time. Shift your gaze, reach a little higher with your right hand so you can bring your left hand out on a diagonal. And we'll shift this forward for revolved Ardha Chandrasana. That fits there somewhere. So catch hold of the foot and we'll keep the twist. Turn your chest over to the left side. So we have the bind as opposed to extending the leg. This way we can control where it is. Now release it. We'll come to standing split. Catch hold of your right calf. Keep your left knee bent to start. Then you can walk the left hand forward. Fold over the right leg. Lift the knee. Now straighten the leg. Press up onto the fingertips. We'll shoot the left leg through for skater. Right heel stays down. Adjust the fingertips. Keeping the leg straight, we're coming back up to standing split. Ooh. Keeping the leg straight, swing the leg over towards your right side. Maybe you'll catch the shin and come into a baby grasshopper. Standing split. Whole time the left leg stays straight. And then we'll swing it over to the left side. Reach your left hand back. And then maybe the right hand reaches forward. You should be feeling that right quad right about now. Standing split, last one, I promise. Let's step this back to a twisted lunge. Reach the left toes back. Float the right arm up and we can come right into Vashisthasana, side plank. So whether you're stacking your foot, coming to split or tree. Take your time, rock star, we'll step it back. Vinyasa. Lift your right leg, stay with me. Right into Ekapada Kundanyasana. Right leg finds the right arm. I'm just going to get out of the way of my plant. Lower your left foot, swing your right leg forward. We can come right into Hanumanasana. Yes, this is if it never happened. Lengthen, breathe in. Breath out, we can come forward to fold. Maybe flex the toes, walk the arms back. So it feels good here. How you doing in that split? You okay? For your back handspring? All righty. All right. Let's tuck the toes. We're going to push out of this navel to spine. Think about the right heel coming up, sliding back, down dog split. And then drop your right foot down. If you want to take another vinyasa, go for it. We've got the left side. Heels down, toes up. Just to engage. So we're not too far forward. We can even slide back a little bit more. So it's an effort to bring the heels down. And then lower the toes. Lift your right arm, lift your chest on the breath in. On the breath out, we'll twist and catch hold of the left heel. Take your time. You're pushing out of the left arm. We have space to twist. Then release the arm, reach forward. Float your left foot as high as your right arm goes, so we're even. We're lifting the chest as well. Maybe reach back and connect to your left foot. It's almost like a dancer here. We're kicking the foot into the hand so we can lift the chest, draw the right shoulder back. We get a little lighter out of that left hand, left wrist. And then we'll bring the right fingertips down to the floor. We'll step forward for Anjane, high on the fingertips. Breath in, lift the chest, curl the hamstring. A tight little bind here. Almost as if that heel is going to touch your bum. Yeah. Floating half split. We shift the weight back so we can float into half moon or to Chandrasana. It's almost effortless. Let's take this back, floating Orna. Or to Hanimanasana, we have our half split. And then we'll turn it into Prasarita. Drop your right forearm down. Let's just lift the left arm. We can soften this here. We can stay low on this one. And then we'll take it to the other side. Left forearm comes down, right arm floats in. Come back through center. Now let's stack the forearms. We're coming into a headstand variation. I think you can do this. Just watch out for your furniture. So you're in that wide-legged fold. I'm just going to turn this way. Your forearms are here. Bring your head in front of the forearms. So you have a little extra space here. And then just get your hips over your shoulders and allow the feet to float out. Just be aware of your walls. So just as you would in a regular headstand, you're pressing out of the shoulders. You're pressing into the forearms to keep that space without sinking into the neck. So you space it as far back from your head as you need to. So your head is in front of the forearms. So you have a little bit of a gap. Yeah, just lean into it and feel your hips come over your shoulders. Your feet will get light. Yeah, so there's no kicking. Yeah, even if you just float your toes up for an inch. Nice. Breathe. That's it. Everything is the same engagement, just a different placement. You're pressing into the forearms instead of your hands. Yes, good. All right, let's come on to the fingertips, goddess the legs. And then we'll lift the chest, lift the head, bring a prayer to your heart. Lower the hips as much as feels comfortable here. Let's rise all the way up, flying warrior breath. Warrior 2, breath out. Peace. Gaze down at your right hand. And then float it. Turn your palm to face up. The two palms are going to meet. Extended side angle. And half bind, full bind. Take your time. Even rest for a breath in the half bind. It's kind of nice. So we still have that open feeling as opposed to the tight bind. And then we find that open feeling once we're bound. Gaze down at your left foot and we'll walk the right foot to meet it. You don't have to come exactly parallel. I like to stand behind my heel, but you do it your way. I'm going to float this up for the bird of paradise. You can either stay perched with a bent knee or let it fly with straight leg. Standing legs straight and draw the shoulders back, lift the chest. Nice. And when you're ready, reverse your steps. Take your time. It's still a balanced pose on the way out. Come back to that bound angle. And then release the arms, bring a prayer to your heart. Let's take this to Skandasana. Come off of that left leg. Triangle pose. Rise up to reverse, breath in, lift up to lay back. Warrior two. High lunge. Connect your hands in an interlace, draw the arms back. Anjane, lower the right back. Continue to draw the arms back here. And we can curl the hamstring, catch hold of the ankle. I like to grab my ankle as opposed to the foot. Sometimes we slide on top of the foot, or we pull so much on the foot that we feel the ankle. We want to feel that quad. And then the variation, if you opened it up to find the heart opener, maybe you're just here. Yeah, you don't want any pressure on the knee. If you're bringing the ball of the foot down to the floor, maybe straighten the leg, maybe drop it down first, and then grab it again. So whatever works for you. And then we'll release the ankle, interlace the fingers. Untap the toes. Lift the knuckles over the hamstring, catch the back of the knee, or maybe you come down to the mat. Fold over the left thigh. Pyramid pose. Make sure your palms are connected and we don't lose that. Just squeeze the fingers by the knuckles. For release, we'll lift halfway, float the right arm up. You can take your left hand right to your sacrum, right there. And then we'll add the twist. Breathe in to lift. Breath out, we find the rotation. Now lift a little higher with your left hand, turn your gaze. You're looking at your left foot, right hand will travel over to the right corner. Catch hold of your right ankle with your left hand. Twisted bound Urdhva. Yeah, we can call this a twisted dance. Standing split. Catch hold of your left calf with your left hand, keep your right knee bent. So make it more about the fold. Your heel is close to your butt, the knee is lifting up towards the ceiling. Maybe drop your head and you see your knee. It's coming forward. Then you can straighten the leg any amount. Soften the knee, we'll come to skater pose, tie on the fingertips. Shoot the right leg through, we'll lower the hips. Straight legs, standing split. Now bring your hands wherever you feel more balanced. We're not staying. Cross your right leg over to the left side. Baby grasshopper, if you catch hold of the shin, the calf. Standing split. Swing your right leg over to the right side on a diagonal. Right hand reaches behind you. Lift your left arm up. Lift your chest. Standing split last time. So he's that last one I gave you. Look at the back end of the mat. Step back, side plank, Vashisthasana, any variation. Yes. When you're ready, rock star. Bring your left hand down. We'll take Vinyasa from here. Stay with me, we're not done. Down dog split, left leg goes up. Lying splits, Ekapada Kundinyasana. Maybe come in with a straight leg this time if you have the space as opposed to that bent knee. Lower your right foot, swing the left leg forward, split. Oh, Vinyasa. Breath in. Breath out, take it where you want it to go. Flex your left foot just to feel the difference. You can even come onto your forearms, framing your left calf. Maybe get your hands underneath your calf if you want to find a little extra. Lift your left leg. The bum stays down, the sit bones are connected. And then press into the hands. Core engagement here. Lift the left leg. Down dog split. Might even be on the top of the toes. Right foot. And let's lower the knees. Tuck your toes under. We'll stretch out the feet. Just come to squat, sitting on the heels. Prayer your heart. Whew, catch your breath. I'm winded. I don't know about you. It was cold, not anywhere. Bring your fingertips to the mat. We'll float the heels back, coming into a deep squat. Maybe the hands reach forward, butt doesn't touch the mat. And then we sit. Bring the soles of the feet together, Baddha Konasana. And then adjust here. With the sit bones, bring the groins a little closer to the heels. You can open up the arch sides of the feet. So the outer edges of the feet are still connected, but you can turn your soles of your feet up towards the ceiling. Yeah. You ever do that toe stretch out of Baddha Konasana? Let's see. Let's see what happens. So you're in Baddha Konasana. Grab the toes and roll them back so the balls of the feet are touching. Now we're actually going to lift up. Slide the heels back towards the groins. Get your toes to connect. And then the heels will lift. Groins will come a little closer to the feet. So your heels are up. Yeah. Big time hips, big time inner thighs, ankles, feet. We got everything. And then maybe you can bring your bum down to the floor. And ideally, the knees would come down. Nice. And then release. Let's extend the legs out in front. Give them a little shake. And then cross your right ankle over your left. Let your right knee be soft. Take breath in. Extend the arms up overhead, and the breath out will come forward to fold. And then we'll flex the left foot back. So let the right leg rest. And you have a nice little cushion here on your right calf. You can rest your head. Breathe. Looks like your chin into your chest will catch the back of the right knee. You cross your right foot to the outer thigh of the left leg. You can keep the left leg straight. Or if you want to bring the heel back towards the hip, adjust. Ardha Matsyendrasana. We can find our seated spinal twist. Breath in, lift, breath out. Take it. Now, if you want to go deeper, you can take your left tricep to the outside of your right thigh. And if you want to come to the bind, just thread that left arm behind your right hamstring. And reach back with your right hand. And your right hand can pretty much hold on to your right hand. Unravel all of that. Take a nice easy twist over to the left side. You can dip the chest down, drop your head. Come back up through center. Extend your right leg out to the right edge of the mat. Left leg comes to the left edge. Lift the sit bones, draw them back. So we just lean forward here. So walk your fingertips back. Keep lifting your chest, flex your toes. You can take a little sway here as you bring the ribs down in between the thighs. And drop your head. Put your chin into your chest, catch the backs of the knees, and we'll bend them, walk your heels back. You're still on the outer edges. And then we'll just sway the knees from side to side. Just a little release. You can work the shoulders into it if you like. And extend your right leg, cross your left ankle over your right. Left leg is relaxed. You need to adjust the sit bones, lift up, draw them back. Breath in, raise the arms above your head. Breath out, come forward to fold. We'll flex the right foot. So you're drawing the toes back by holding the ball of the foot, never holding on the toes. Tuck your chin into your chest. Step the left foot to the outside of the right thigh. See spinal twist. Option to catch the heel close to your hip. Breath in. Breath out and twist. So whether you're wrapping your right arm around the shin, I think this feels really nice. Bringing the knee towards the shoulder, the armpit. A lot more stable here. You want to use the arm. Make sure you lift away from the thigh to have room to twist. And then, of course, if you're going for the bind. And unravel. Counter twist, nice and easy over to the right side. Let it be soft. Come back to center. Extend the legs out and reaching for the corners of the mat. And let's just move up a tiny bit. Just scoot your bum. And then connect your heels to the mat. Toes are flexing up. And grab hold of your hamstrings. Take breath in. Find a little arch in the back like a cow back. And then on the breath out, we'll come to a cat. Reach the arms forward. So we're resisting. We're fighting gravity. Navel to spine. Heels are digging down into the mat. Reach the arms forward. So one by one, the vertebrae coming down. Don't lose it at the end. Right about here. You're about an inch from the floor. As soon as you feel that low back touch, slow it down a little bit more. Middle back touches. Don't give up yet. Keep fighting it. Slow, slow, slow. Reach the arms up over your head. And then keep going until the shoulders, the head come down to the mat. Straighten the legs, point the toes, reach the opposite direction with the fingertips. Take full breath in. Open your mouth, let it go. And then lift your right leg, it's straight. Lift your left leg. Now I have a bun in my head, so there's a big bump here. If you have a ponytail that's in your way, just take your hands behind your head, even if you find that to be a little more comfortable. And then separate your feet as wide as your hips and roll your ankles. Crack, crack, crack. Right, and flex the toes. And then bring the balls of your feet together, bring your heels together. And just give a little tap. Welcome to happy baby. This from side to side, maybe coming into a split, drawing the toes. The balls of the feet down to the floor, your whole sacrum stays down. Drop your shoulders. Maybe you slide your hands to the balls of the feet. Bring the feet forward a little bit more. So it's a bit more like a center split. And take your time. Bend your knees. Wrap your arms right at the hamstrings behind the calves. And then squeeze the calves towards the hamstrings. So we have that compression again in the forearms. And then release it. Cross the arms in the opposite, the other arm on top. Give a little squeeze. And we can float this right into Shavasana. So if there's any other stretch or pose or movement you want to take first, please do that. And then let it all go. You come out the other side, face the challenge of the asana, the balance, the breath, the focus. And then you can just release. All over and done. Your next inhale, be deep. And the exhale, long. Bring small movements back, reawakening the physical body. But stay present in your breath. Don't rush ahead. Reach your arms above your head, extend the legs, point the toes, reach the fingertips, being as long as you can. Just imagine you're touching opposite walls. And take your deepest breath of the day, fill all the way. And then a lion's breath, you can stick out your tongue, let it all go. And step your feet onto your mat as you bend your knees. Just take a little pause. Feel the earth, feel the ground underneath your feet. And then roll onto whichever side you prefer. Bring yourself up to sit. And feel as you lift up. Notice your pace, notice the shift in the balance, notice the breath. And find your prayer at your heart. Bow your head, honoring your practice, honoring your intentions, honoring the strength and the courage and the calm and the clarity that we muster when we are faced head on with a situation, with an obstacle, and there's no turning, there's no veering, there's no stopping. The only choice is to face it head on. And we do this. But how do we do this? Keeping our cool, keeping our senses, keeping our awareness, keeping our eyes open, and staying steady on our feet. And we come out the other side, feeling relieved, I'm so proud. We made it through. And take a full breath in and let it go. Let's breathe in for all. Namaste.